What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. It's one of the WWE's biggest events of the year, the Royal Rumble. And what a shocker of a winner we actually got out of this Rumble. Join us now as we look at the recap of the show, as well as looking at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly for all the matches. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now the show starts off with Stephanie McMahon welcoming the WWE Universe and kicking off the Royal Rumble, getting an enthusiastic reaction. It's now time for the Women's Royal Rumble match as Io Sky enters first, followed by Liv Morgan. The Rumble quickly heats up as superstars from all three brands, along with the returning superstars Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, spice things up. Jordynne Grace made her official WWE debut, while legends Trish Stratus and Nikki Bella round out the many surprises. It all comes down to Nikki Bella, Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte, and Roxanne Perez, with Jax eliminating Bayley and Nikki. Charlotte eliminates Nia and wins the match after eliminating Roxanne Perez, as Charlotte Flair is the Women's Royal Rumble winner. Next up is a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Championship as DIY take on the Motor City Machine Guns. And for the first fall, DIY steals the win when they trick Alex Shelley into thinking that Johnny Gargano hasn't tagged in. However, Ciampa is still the legal man and he clobbers Shelley while he's going after Gargano, scoring the first fall. The second fall, the Guns hold on despite the heels keeping them from making the tag and the referee missing a tag by the Guns. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin realize that they're under the gun and rally, landing their skull and bones on Gargano as the Motor City Machine Guns get the second fall. And now it's anyone's match until Gargano accidentally clobbers his partner Ciampa, allowing the Guns to put the finishing touches on Gargano. Unfortunately, a man in a hoodie shows up, distracting the referee while Angelo Dawkins blasts Shelley with a crutch. DIY regroup and hit their running knee superkick combo, aka the meet you in the middle, for the win. DIY retain the tag team championships. Now afterward, the Street Profits attack DIY, but Gargano and Ciampa retreat as Michael Cole suggests Dawkins and Ford want to beat DIY for the titles after the two attacked them weeks ago on SmackDown. Next up is a ladder match for the Undisputed Championship as Cody Rhodes takes on Kevin Owens. Now, while ladder matches are known for their insane spots, this one was all about brutality and violence as Rhodes and Owens pushed each other to the absolute brink. The American Nightmare shows no mercy as he busts Kevin Owens open, turning his face into a crimson mask. Undaunted, Owens goes for the package pile driver on the announce table, only for Cody to reverse and deliver an Alabama slam off the table and through the ladders. That's all Cody needs to scale the ladder and retrieve the two titles, as Cody Rhodes retains the Undisputed Championship. And now it's time for the main event as a men's Royal Rumble match, and the Rumble begins perfectly as Rey Mysterio enters at number 1 and Penta El Zero at number 2. The two shake hands and then go down to business, battling for supremacy, but the action continues with big returns such as AJ Styles, a surprise appearance by Joe Hendry, and YouTuber iShowSpeed, and the final three that no one sees coming, CM Punk, Jey Uso, John Cena, and Logan Paul. But Paul eliminates Punk, but is quickly thrown out by Cena. A wild back and forth ends with Jey sending John Cena out of the ring, and Cena is absolutely stunned as the audience sees main event Jey Uso win the men's Royal Rumble. Yeah, this was one shocking finish, right? But that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly? As we start off with the good, as number 1, WWE swerves the sheets and the fans. The Royal Rumble was full of great surprises, mainly due to the WWE playing its cards close to the vest. The WWE and its superstars kept fans and some of the dirt sheets guessing by misdirecting them about potential surprise entrants. Alexa Bliss tied up in contract negotiations, Jordynne Grace was too busy hosting her mom's 50th birthday bash, and Grace even released shots of her plane tickets. Nonetheless, both ladies showed up, popping the crowd, and added Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits hobbling around on a crutch, leading to the dirt sheets reporting that he was actually injured when he wasn't. Number 2, a super showcase. The WWE used the Women's Royal Rumble wisely, spotlighting several superstars and letting fans know who to keep an eye on. While fans have seen better Women's Rumbles, this was entertaining and WWE gave it an hour and 10 minutes for things to play out. Jordynne Grace definitely showed why she's a 3-time TNA Knockouts champion and a future WWE Women's Champion with a standout performance. NXT's women's roster had plenty of great moments, including Julia, Lash legend Stephanie Vaquer, and our next mention, Roxanne Perez, rises in the Rumble. And although fans saw WWE use the Rumble to put over several talents, special mention needs to be made of Roxanne Perez, who not only was this year's runner-up, but who set a new record for being the Iron Woman, lasting longer than anyone else in the match, and it's a huge honor for Perez and another sign her jump to the main roster is imminent. Number 4, a good night for Nia Jax. Now, Nia Jax didn't win the Women's Rumble, but the WWE gave her the Andre the Giant treatment, booking her as an immovable object that not even multiple superstars could eliminate. Jax eliminated 9 women tonight, breaking Rhea Ripley's record and reminding the WWE Universe that she may no longer be WWE Women's Champion, but she remains a legitimate threat. Number 5, a terrific tag match. The WWE booked its 2 out of 3 Falls tag match incredibly well, taking what fans knew would be a fantastic match and adding a new dimension with the classic stipulation. But that was just a start, as the match incorporated some tag team tropes, such as the referee missing the babyface's tag and a crafty spot where Ciampa faked a tag, distracting Shelley long enough for him to steal the first fall. Now, this match may have seemed short for a 2 out of 3 Falls match, as it was only around 14 minutes, but it accomplished everything it was supposed to do. Number 6, the heel profits are back. Bobby Lashley is gone, but it appears that the heel Street Profits are back, having learned that nice guys finish last. The Profits' shocking interference in the Guns match was another instance of WWE creating a ripple effect with one action. The Profits spoiling the Guns' certain win sets up a feud with the Guns and continues Dawkins and Ford's quest for revenge on DIY for spoiling their title shot. I don't be surprised to see this culminate in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. Number 7, raising the ladder. Cody, Rhodes and Kevin Owens took their ladder match to the next level. Both men showed an exceptional level of brutality, and although fans knew the prize fighter would hold nothing back, even Owens took things further than ever before, utilizing every weapon at his disposal to beat down Cody. Even more noteworthy was Cody's ferocity as he delivered the beating of a lifetime to Owens, showing no mercy and letting future contenders know he's ready to fight fire with fire. Now, whether this is another step in what some fans feel is Cody's slow turn to playing a heel remains to be seen, but extra points to the bookers for teasing interference by Sami Zayn when he dropped by to check on Cody and Kevin after they each took a bad bump. Seriously, the brutality of this match was pretty bad. No doubt this is going to be a contender for Match of the Year. Number 8, a sensational start. Now, could the WWE have picked a better start to the Men's Rumble? Starting the bout with veteran Rey Mysterio at number 1 and Penta at number 2 had fans drooling, and the back and forth was an awesome appetizer for their inevitable one-on-one match. Number 9, brave but brief. A YouTuber iShowSpeed's impromptu Rumble appearance following Carmelo Hayes taking out Akira Tozawa was a fun bit that saw him help eliminate Otis before taking a brutal spear from Bron Breakker and probably being thrown out. Not many celebrities would want to take a spear from Bron Breakker, so kudos to Speed. Number 10, some great teases. And once again, WWE used the Rumble as its test lab to cultivate future feuds. Brief showdowns between Bron Breakker and Jacob Fatu, Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker, with just a few sneak previews of future programs. Add in storyline builds like Sami Zayn's heel turn following his accidental elimination by Jey Uso, and the Men's Rumble delivered as much as the Women's. And was this the greatest Royal Rumble? Tonight's Men's Rumble may have been the greatest show in terms of star power. Nearly every wrestler in tonight's match had held singles or tag team championships, with many of the superstars being former world champions. This made tonight's show unpredictable, and even more so by the end of the match. But that was a good. What about the bad is number 1, bring back the ring cart. Now it's time for the WWE to bring back its ring cart for events held at stadiums. The WWE superstars are known for their dedication to fitness, but this was ridiculous to have them run to the ring to enter the Rumble, and anyone paying close attention could see more than one superstar was winded before they even entered the match. It also made their time in the match much shorter, as by the time they got down to the ring, they started the countdown again. Number 2, Lyra's shocking elimination. And what was the WWE thinking when it had Lyra Valkyria eliminated second in the Women's Rumble? WWE just put the women's IC belt on her, and a somewhat hasty elimination not only made her look weak, it did nothing for Dakota Kai, who lost to Valkyria in the finals. Is this a sign that Lyra is merely a transitional champion? If not, it was an incredibly weak move. Number 3, Charlotte's shaking my head return. Charlotte Flair is your 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, and all we can do is just shake our heads at this point. While WWE has its reasons, and we will look at the reasons, the execution was poor. First, WWE telegraphed Flair's eventual win by giving her an elaborate pyro for her return. Second, the announced crew's endless praise of Flair made it clear who was winning the match. This was unfortunate as this year's Rumble was one of the best women's Rumbles in recent memory, and it could have been even better if the WWE didn't rob the fans of the suspense they expect. Number 4, one confusing entrance after another. The Royal Rumble is all about tradition, with fans expecting surprise returns, debuts, and many other elements that can make them look forward to the annual event. But sadly, the worst problem is the music, that being the entrance music. Now, Humble Wrestling summed this up well with this tweet saying, "The tradition of the crowds not knowing whose entrance music is hitting until they see the name pop up on the LED screens continues this year, thanks to the legendary Def Rebel." Now, unfortunately, there is a new addition that hopefully won't become a tradition, as it's just as bad as the generic entrance themes. As number 5, a terrible title. Now, we're not talking about the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view from a few years ago, but the new graphic that aired at the bottom of the screen during the Royal Rumble match. The graphic let the fans know how many wrestlers were in the match and how many had been eliminated. It's just unclear why WWE put this in the match, as it was a clear distraction due to how big it was. Now, I wouldn't mind if this flashed up on screen a couple of times during the Rumble, but it was there consistently. Maybe next year WWE will make the graphic smaller, or they'll just have it pop up here and there. Number 6, Ludwig Kaiser, this generation Santina Marella. Now, did Ludwig Kaiser break Santina Marella's record for the fastest elimination in the Rumble? Well, not according to WWE, but it was still embarrassing to see Kaiser do the Battle Royal equivalent of a squash match. Kaiser shouldn't be there for comedic relief, and it really shows what WWE think about him. And an unwanted return. As tonight's Rumble featured some amazing debuts and returns, but one that was unnecessary was Braun Strowman. The monster among men took a hellacious beating on last week's Saturday night's main event, and he returned with near a scratch on his face, making his assailant Jacob Fatu look weak in the process, and the fact that he eliminated him was even worse. That was nothing downright ugly, as this was WWE's first PLE of 2025, and it wasn't perfect, but it was a strong start for the year. The audience was lukewarm at times, but the intensity in the ring couldn't be denied, and the announcers did their best to make up for the live audience's lack of enthusiasm. I mean, come on, Michael Cole's voice was on life support right at the end of it. Poor guy. Now, whilst we're still making up our minds on whether Jey Uso was the right winner for this year's Royal Rumble, it certainly added a lot of unpredictability. Just where WWE goes from here is anyone's guess. But there you have it, folks, our recap of the Royal Rumble, as well as our review of the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. What do you guys think of the Rumble? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.